Test automation keeps you ahead of the curve. Did you know that with Xray, you can have full visibility into all of your test automation results and allow non-technical users to participate in automation? That's because Xray integrates with some of the leading automation frameworks like Jenkins, GitLab, and Robot Framework. Today we'll show you how to trigger test automation from Xray Cloud using GitLab and report the results back to Xray in a test plan. You can easily replicate this process for other frameworks including Jenkins, Robot Framework, and Bamboo. Let's begin. To start, go to the Xray API settings and generate an API key. When it's done, save the client ID and client secret code. Next, we need to create a GitLab token so that we can use the GitLab API later on. Go to GitLab, then Settings, and CI/CD. Under the Pipeline Triggers section, create a trigger and name it. This creates a trigger token. To complete the connection with Xray, we need to define Xray's endpoint base URL and the API key credentials. To do this, go to the Variables section to add 3 variables. 2 for the client ID and secret code that you generated from Xray, and 1 for its endpoint. Then, in your GitLab repository containing the project's code and tests, create a pipeline configuration file. In this example, the pipeline will be triggered using GitLab's API. It'll test the test plan issue key as an input parameter. It will then run the build, including the automated tests, and in the end, it will report the results back to Xray using curl utility. Next, we need to create the triggers with the help of automation from Jira. In Jira settings, under automation, create a new rule and define the when, meaning when it should be triggered, and set it to be manually triggered. Next, define the condition so that this rule can be only executed from the test plan issue. Finally, define an action, for example, the then. Set it as send web request and configure it with the URL of the GitLab project. Set the content type header to multi-part form data. Lastly, in custom data, insert the token data that we created previously. After publishing the rule, go back to your test plan screen and run the trigger. Your tests will be executed and show as passed or failing. And you're done. An easy way to trigger test automation and visualize all your results in Xray. This is just one of the many ways Xray centralizes all of your testing activities and allows all team members of the software development project to participate in improving quality.